Welcome back to the Streamline Messages, people. Hope everyone's having a good evening. The FYO1 says, thank you, Marvin. Sonia is amazing. I have no doubt she will look into NWT and other aspects. Her findings will incisively presented, and I look forward to them. Do you know some of these, I think, professional news reporters and stuff like that, not Sonia herself, because I think she's very open-minded and she's realised in the early part of this case that there's something not quite right and the characters involved were dodgy. I found these news reporters go with the narrative and they struggle to see anything else. And I remember some of the reporters looking out to the mountains and they're asking, you can see them just in their eyes question themselves, did he really walk into that mountains? Because they were told that, they believe it. Do you know what I mean? And this is one of the problems with the world today. We've just got to look a bit deeper into things and the characters involved. If people did watch all of Wax's videos, watch all of mine videos, watch all of Mamadi's videos, they would get the sort of gist in what we're actually getting at and thinking, right, I know what they're getting at. This is one of the problems we have at the end of the day, because like I said, people thinking we're out there, oh, he only wants money, he only wants this. You know, we don't get paid that much on this at the end of the day. It's very minimal. And another thing is as well, all we're trying to do is put out reminders of what the world could be like if you get involved in rugs. Andy Benson, thank you for sharing this. Whoever is controlling all of this, even have the documentary maker in their pocket. Andy, well said. I agree. It's all about money and power. Do you know what I mean? And there was a few people, obviously, who were at the court. One of them was discussing to Ali. They're the people at the end of the day who I think are behind it. I really do. Caroline, how you doing, sweetheart? Yes, you were right, Marvin. Looking back, what we might have forgotten, a lot of things at the beginning. There was so much information going on. Great, you have kept the record of it. Well done, Marvin. You are great what you do. Thank you very much, Caroline. Really appreciate your comments and thank you for watching, darling. Harry, hey folks, completely new to this case, other than what I've read in the media. With fresh eyes, it seems like Mafia pressured the Tenerife police to not look deeply, and from what I've heard, the family have kind of accepted it. Am I missing anything? No, Harry, you've got the case properly spot on there. I would go back to the early sleuths, go back to Wax, watch Duncan, myself, go back to the early days. It'll fill you in. And like I said, some of it is very, very alarm opening and alarming, and what goes on in Tenerife, and also mind opening as well. PGM, he's fit though. Oh, the influencer, yeah, he done a runner, didn't he? At the end of the day, do you know what I mean? He likes to work out. Is that your new boyfriend now, PJM? I'm joking. Davis Hargreaves, was it the 14th of June? He put a post stating RIP, my G. Correct. That is correct, Annette, which was very, very important in this case. It's like they knew already that he was going to pass, should I say, or whether he did pass. We don't know, because like I said, those videos we were all shown, we were given dates by Ayub and Lucy and the family into some days, but we'll never know, really get the proper timeline, which was very, very important to me, people. Very important to me, the timeline, and I don't think we'll ever get that. I remember Debbie saying she wouldn't search because she didn't want to see him like that. Like what? Possibly alive? Brad having nightmares about what? None of that was ever explained. Thank you, Debbie. That's a very, very, very good point. I'm glad that professional people like Sonia Polton, a journalist, it's got a massive following, has put that out there. And I'm wondering now, like what Duncan said, a Channel 4 gonna come out, another productions companies, is it Condor, basically are gonna come out and say, look, we would like your part of the story, Wax, your part of the story, Duncan, what you actually think went wrong, Streamline Entertainment, your thoughts. Ali Harris, your thoughts on the case? Mariana, why don't they have us all on there in a panel and let's all discuss it? That'd be kind of good, wouldn't it? So we can actually get our points across, because like I said, I'm glad actually people are fighting back, because like I said, we're the innocent ones here. We just wanted to protect our children, people going to Tenerife, and the story we were told was a bag of lies. Ian says no one's talking about the fact it was also Father's Day. That is a very, very good point, Ian. Very good point. Madeline Post, how are you? I wonder if Debbie knew A and R before Jay disappeared, as so many people seem connected. Too connected for my liking. Roz re-edited. I was mortified watching the documentary, as it was just a family point of view. Jay's mum saying he was a person making out, no foul play of any sort was involved, despite there being rugs in his system. Also, the inquest, the witnesses were asked closed questions. Brad said no to Jay was in danger. No real investigation happened. Roz, to be honest, it seemed like to me half of it was to get at sleuths into what we were saying, and it was just to derail us once again. But like I said, there are people coming out like myself, Duncan, Mariana. I'm glad Mariana's keep talking about the Kays and Haley comment and stuff, because like I said, it was bang out of order the way they attacked Wax. And do you know why they attacked him for? Is because he was very close to the truth, 99% to 100. Put it that way. Imelda says it's so obvious Jay never made it to Mascot alive. Whether the body being dragged along the beach was connected, or him allegedly being bundled into a car by two men, the story on him walking away up the road and walking through the ravine in his condition. Seriously. Yeah. It's a joke. It's a joke. And when you actually go back over stuff that I've not been, some of it for months and months, some of it I have put into videos, but I didn't want to sort of go through everything that I've talked about previously. I've just gone on to sort of different parts of the case, which I think are important, and especially when you're building videos to get them together. Miss Victoria Boyles, how you doing? She's spot on. I agree with everything she says. Yeah, she's absolutely brilliant. She could see it. It's seriously wrong with the case. And you can remember, Sonia's not really well versed as someone like Duncan, myself, Wax, about the case. But she's read enough to think, hold on, there's something wrong here. How come other professionals don't see this? Go look on Peter Folding's statement as this has happened in a few cases. Wow. Interesting stuff, Mark. I will do. I'll look at that. Currently says Jay Slater went on holiday with his best mate and they got involved with a few rug dealers, all innocent, nothing to say about them until the past comes out. They all know each other now and have been friends for a good time. So many lies Jay's friends have told. No, in God's name, that doesn't make sense. It's up to his family. IMO, I wouldn't rest. Nor would I, Caroline. I wouldn't. It's just too much going on. Too much going on. I don't know who that is, but goodbye. Duncan says, I think you're right. I think Warren and Debbie know there is an intricate and quite threatening web of crooks around them, and the safest option is to let it all be, sadly. Yeah. And to be honest, it's a little bit of a cop out. It's a bit of a cop out at the end of the day. Yeah, sometimes you can get paid handsomely for documentaries and stuff, but it's not going to bring a life back. I can see where Duncan's coming from 100 miles an hour. I'd never give in if it was a family member of mine at the end of the day, even if it meant danger. It's just one of those things to find the truth. And basically, because the thing is, rugs are very, very powerful, and we know that dealers and the money are very, very powerful. And like I said, there's handshakes, money handshakes, to keep this case very, very quiet. And this is why it was blacklisted, and we didn't hear anything from the club. Yet Channel 4 and Condor Productions unbelievably had access to basically everywhere. That didn't make sense to me. And Ali made a good point. She said, why wouldn't we allow to go into court on the Friday, which was quite bizarre. And she doesn't even reckon basically the coroner was there at that time because he already made the decision the evening before, which is a complete joke. And why did they start the documentary basically months before, as though basically we were given a story and then played like in the second, basically the re-adjourned coroner's court case, that we were going to get some answers and Debbie was going to fight. It was all a game to me. I really do think it was all a game. And basically that was already set in stone, that it was an accident and that the family were okay with that. That's fine. That's what they believe in. I accept. But it doesn't stop people for having their own minds and thinking that more sinister things happened in this case. Let me know what you think, people. Thank you very much. I haven't heard from somebody for a long time. Justin, British Patriot, great messages. Thank you, Duncan. Mark, Miss Victoria Bowles, nice to hear from you. Mike Jakes, Limelda, DJ Electric Paramedic. He's got basically a good channel, basically. So go and subscribe to him. Roz, Joe Jones, Madeline Post, thank you very much indeed. Appreciate you all. Take care. Oh, Harry, thank you. PJM, lovely to hear from you. Caroline, brilliant messages. Andy Fensom, good to hear from you. And the FYO1. We march on, people. Lots more to come. Thank you.